My journey into India began at Delhi, the eighth most populated city in the world. In 1192, Hindustan was invaded by Muslim Afghans and Turks. The Qutb Minar was built as a tower of victory next to the Might of Islam Mosque. 27 Hindu and Jain temples were dismantled to build this 240-foot giant minaret. The red sandstone brick tower was completed during the reign of Iltutmish, the third Sultan of Delhi, who died in 1236. The construction for a tower twice as high was never finished. Nearby, the mysterious iron pillar was built almost 2,000 years ago and has not rusted. Delhiites take morning walks in the serene Lodi gardens. It contains some tombs of the Sultans of Delhi, the oldest of which was built in 1444 for Sultan Muhammad Shah. The tomb of Sikandar Lodi was built in 1517 by his son Ibrahim Lodi, the last Sultan of Delhi, before he died in battle against the Mughals led by Babur. Villages grew around the monuments, but they were relocated by the British in 1936 to create the gardens. The Afghan rulers of Delhi were defeated by the Mongols in 1526. Mughal is the Persian word for Mongol. This is the tomb of the second Mughal emperor, Humayun, who was a descendant of Genghis Khan and Tamerlane. The tomb was commissioned by Humayun's Persian-born wife in 1562 and designed by a Persian architect. This was the first Persian-style garden in India, and we will see this style used again at the Taj Mahal. The structure is made of red sandstone and white marble. Humayun's wife and 5 other Mughal emperors are entombed here. The central chamber was once furnished with rich carpets, and the cenotaph was covered with a pure white tent. This is believed to be the tomb of the royal barber. This nearby tomb was built 20 years earlier for an Afghan noble who served the previous dynasty.
Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allah.
This is the Jama Masjid, the Friday mosque, and it is the largest mosque in India. It can hold up to 25,000 people. Its construction was completed in 1658 by the order of the 5th Mughal Emperor, Shah Jahan.
أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن محمد رسول الله أشهد أن محمد رسول.
It is possible to climb to the top of the southern minaret and get a view of the city and the Red Fort. The Mughal Emperor Shah Jahan constructed the fort between 1638 and 1648. It is made of red sandstone and was once surrounded by a moat. The main gate faces the city of Lahore. now in Pakistan. Through the gate is the covered bazaar that once sold luxuries to the royal household. Past the gate is the drum house where musicians performed and visitors were required to dismount their horses. After the drum house is the hall of public audiences. The emperor heard disputes from his subjects, sitting at this marble alcove. Cooling water, known as the River of Paradise, used to flow south through the royal palaces. The white marble hall of private audiences is where the emperor held private meetings. The Persian inscription reads, "If there is paradise on earth, this is it, this is it." The centerpiece was once the solid gold peacock throne, decorated with jewels. It was stolen by Nadir Shah, the king of Iran, in 1739. The Qas Mahal was the emperor's private palace. The Palace of Color once had a vividly painted interior, now long gone. It was the residence of the emperor's chief wife and is where he dined. The last Mughal emperor, Bahadur Shah, was exiled to Burma after the Indian Mutiny of 1857 failed and the British Army occupied the fort and built barracks. After India gained independence in 1947, the Indian Army took control of the fort.